Hey, this is John with JOYdriv. Hope you're doing great. Got another driver interview with Ben John, who's been with us 8 months, maybe?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. And so we're really excited to be with him and let him share his story as to how he got into driving, JOYdriv, and what have you. So I'm just going to dive right in. Ben John, first of all, you're awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you. I've enjoyed getting to know you and watching you drive in more ways than one. And so if you would, let everybody know, how did you get into driving? When did you get started? Kind of what's your story with driving for rideshare?
Right, so about 3 years ago, I really wasn't happy with my current job, and so I went ahead and got my realtor's license, and I thought I would jump in and do real estate full time and hurrah, and quickly discovered you don't get paid every 2 weeks, selling real estate, because I wasn't selling, as a rookie.
Yeah.
But I still wasn't happy at my current job, so I started driving rideshare in my own personal car for Uber and for Lyft, and it paid the bills, and it was still pretty tight, and I did have a couple listings here and there and a couple buyers here and there, but I still needed something that was steady.
Yeah. So you got into real estate, but it comes in big waves. It rains or it's dry, and so you thought, hey, I can offset and get into rideshare and get some more steady income along the way.
Yeah, you need that weekly cash flow.
Yeah, and he's done some real estate deals. It's been fun to watch. So 3 years ago, and then so you used your own car. Did you ever use other services?
I did do Lyft Express.
Yeah.
But the downside was it was only Lyft.
Yeah.
And Nashville being a big tourist town, weekends, at least what I've experienced is a lot of people that fly in from out of town, they use Uber. They're not familiar with Lyft because Lyft isn't in their city.
Yeah.
And so weekends, like Friday to Monday, was Uber.
Yeah.
And then during the week was Lyft. And so, but with Lyft Express, it's just, and I was driving 60, 70 hours a week.
Wow.
Just to get that
paid off.
Yeah.
Well,
and to get it to get the bonus.
Yeah.
So if you could do, I don't know what it was, I forget the number, but it was just, I couldn't put my kid to bed.
Yeah.
And so I just couldn't do it.
So how'd you find out about JOYdriv?
Well, I had asked a question on a Facebook page,
group
page, about JOYdriv, and you saw the question, I believe, and
Right.
put a comment. And so I gave you a call. You put your number there. I gave you a call, and we just basically had an on the phone interview.
Yeah.
And totally hit it off.
Yeah, right.
I remember I was sitting in a Kroger parking lot in East Nashville talking to you.
Yeah.
I remember exactly where that was, and then I came down, I believe, either later that day or the next day, shook your hand, and we got the process started.
Great. Well, it's a big obsession for us to help our drivers flourish, so that's how Ben John got into driving, how he found out about JOYdriv, and so I guess really what I'd like to know is, how has JOYdriv worked for you?
It's pretty great, the maintenance, the best part is it's wear and tear on someone else's car.
Yeah.
And you pay insurance as well.
Yeah.
And so, in my personal car, with the JOYdriv car that I drive, I get about 57 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
And that's crazy insane. And,
so 57 miles per gallon.
Yeah, it's great. And, you can use it for your own personal use.
Yep.
Grocery shopping, and the seats go down. There's a lot of room. It's kind of, you don't think it's a very big car, but once you get inside, it really does feel quite spacious.
Yes. Okay, so let me ask you a question. One of the things we do to help the drivers flourish is finding more opportunities to generate income, especially during the slow times for Uber and Lyft. Has that paid off for you, the delivery partners and what have you?
Absolutely. It's especially like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Yeah.
That time between 11 to 3, it's just dead out there. But I'm delivering food, and I'm making $18 to $22 an hour.
Yeah.
Delivering food.
Yeah.
On average. So it's really a good deal, and it makes up for that downtime, that lag time.
Yeah, and then
delivering.
Hopefully that's helped you reduce your exposure or expense for the car.
Yeah, and it definitely does offset quite a bit, and so it makes it worth it.
Great.
Totally.
like I mentioned, Ben John's been great. He's fun. He's does a great job of treating his business of rideshare and driving as a business, keeping himself accountable to his numbers, what he makes, how he makes it, and so those are the people we like to attract. It's fascinating about Ben John. This is sort of an exit interview because he's about to go be a superintendent and get back into the construction field. You want to tell him a little bit about how that came about?
Well, what's awesome about this company is that you have just a vision for what's best for my drivers, and you saw that I could really flourish. You know, even probably more so with this company because it's more my vein. Mm-hmm. It's more my resume is what it has, and so you believed in me, and that just is like, well, wow, he understands where I came from, and he understands where I want to go, and so he understood that this was a season.
Yeah.
And so, I was always up front with you. I mean, I think I told you, 2 months ago, or a month and a half ago, that I was looking for something, and I was very open-hearted, and you were just, well, let's just take it day by day, and let's see what happens, and God will provide, and, so it's been a real blessing. There's a safety feeling that you get. I don't feel, snubbed or anything like that. I feel honored and I feel respected and trusted. Yeah. And so that's huge.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, a friend of JOYdriv's was looking for somebody, and Ben John fit the bill. So we're sad to see him go. We're excited to hear about his story and stay in touch. And so if you're considering, hey, is JOYdriv legit? Can they really help me? I hope this is just another story. We hope to keep adding more of these to see, hey, I can relate to Ben John, and we'd love to help you get behind the wheel of a JOYdriv Prius and earn more. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Ben John. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem.